me, the Knicks won! I wonder what's going to happen in the streets of New York.
Boston! We taking it all the way! Fucking go! It's New York, nigga! Hey, yo, Tatum, I hope you okay. Slide! We sent him to Cancun. We sent him Diddy with him. Damn, you're a fucking
In the streets of New York.
bitch! I'm a cut Jason Tatum, nigga! I love your baby mom, so she look good. Call the National Guard right now. We not going home. Hey, okay! What you talking about? It's a Boston Tea Party. We smoking that Boston pack. Fuck Boston, nigga. Redson is the king of New York. I love you. Look at this shit. He poured honey in his motherfucking mouth. Boston Club.
There will be a riot, the likes that no one has ever seen. That's right, it's the pleasure of the riot.
Shalom, shalom. Hey, which means peace. This is the brother Itazayah, Razamath, and it's been a wild week since last week. So, if you really want to know what's going on, you had the Knicks win. The fans were happy, but there was something else that they wanted to do. They wanted to show the dominance of the Knicks' strength. Then they had to do that all across New York City, mainly in parts of Manhattan. But there was something going on also. It's like they were being possessed. They had to do something known as a modern day lynching. They had to act wild. They had to act bugged out. They had to riot, cause trouble. They had to let the message known. Then they had to attack Spurs fans in this little modern day lynching. Because this is part of that predictive programming that they need to bring in martial law. Remember, this ain't nothing new. Remember what happened at Delaney Hall? All that craziness with fans coming, well, not the fans, but the people coming there protesting, getting crazy. So they just have fans do it in New York, Knicks fans. And some of these were just looking for chaos. They were mentally psyched out their mind, meaning they had that spirit of madness inside of them. The Most High, he said that we should not be dealing with no riotous living. This is Romans 13:13. Let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envyings. So we're not supposed to go out rioting. We're not supposed to be doing that as children of the Most High. Why? You see all the chaos that's going on. You see the weirdness. You see them not just going and attacking Spurs fans, they're destroying the city. Yeah, it's just there's something possessing these people. They're like demonically possessed. They're possessed by these forces of darkness that many people just can't see. And the Most High is even telling you, he's saying that you have to follow after righteousness. That's what the Bible is saying. Because if you don't do that, you'll be called and following after wickedness. And if you try to tell them to stop, they're not going to listen. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 22:13. Talk not much with a fool, meaning a person that's doing foolish things. They're going out rioting, throwing things, kicking things and acting crazy, acting a fool. It says, talk not much with a fool, leave him alone. And go not to him that have no understanding. Because these people are out there late at night having a riotous behavior. Number one, you get out of there. Make sure you don't have a Spurs jersey on, or they're going to lynch you and attack you. And stay away from them. Go to a safer place. Do not join with them. Let me continue reading. It says, read it over. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his foolery. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest and be disquieted with madness. And never be disquieted with madness. Why? Because these guys, they're plagued with madness. They're going around here, they're brawling, they're having a big brawl. It's like a mob, right? First, they party right outside of Madison Square Garden. You see them right here, Madison Square Garden. And then it's to the point where people, they just can't take it no more. It's like they're just so happy that the Knicks won, but then it's time to take it to the streets. That riotous living. Then what's going on? They get possessed. There's this dark force possessing him that they have to hurt somebody, put out that anger. But why are they so angry though? I mean, the Knicks won. I mean, when you think about it, this is weird. The Knicks won. They should be happy. Usually, it's the losing team that should be angry. But the Knicks, they won. They're supposed to be happy. I mean, what's really going on with this whole thing? This whole thing is crazy. So I'm gonna have the Professor Firefly Robertson. He's going to explain the whole ordeal. He's going to explain exactly everything that went on, what started this, and what started this whole behavior. All right, so Professor Robertson, go ahead and speak on this, explain what's going on.
Good afternoon, I'm Professor Firefly Robertson, and I will be explaining the unruly celebration of the rioters of Knicks fans that happened in New York City. The 2026 NBA Finals have reignited long-dormant passions among New York Knicks supporters, culminating in dramatic on-court heroics and, regrettably, off-court disorder. On the night of June 10-11, 2026, following the Knicks' historic 107-106 comeback victory over the San Antonio Spurs in Game 4, one of the largest deficits overcome in NBA Finals history, celebrations in Midtown Manhattan spilled into chaos. While the vast majority of fans expressed joy peacefully, a subset of rowdy individuals engaged in destructive and dangerous behavior, resulting in dozens of arrests and injuries. This incident, building on similar unrest after earlier games, highlights the challenges of managing large-scale sports celebrations in dense urban environments. An official watch party near Madison Square Garden, MSG, was canceled due to logistical and security concerns, including prior crowd issues and heightened protocols linked to high-profile attendees. Nevertheless, an estimated 10,000 fans converged north of the arena between 5th and 8th Avenues. What began as exuberant street gatherings quickly escalated. Reports and video footage documented fans blocking traffic, climbing scaffolding, light poles, traffic lights, buildings, and vehicles, including occupied taxis and a big rig truck. Some attempted to flip a cab, stomped on vehicles, damaging at least 4 police cars, set off fireworks and smoke bombs in dense crowds, ripped down street signs, and engaged in fistfights. Vandalism extended to uprooting plants and throwing glass bottles and other objects. Tragically, a 17-year-old suffered a seizure and brief coma after being assaulted. 10 NYPD officers were injured, including one struck in the head by a bottle. In response, the NYPD made 56 custodial interventions. 15 arrests on charges including assault on officers, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and weapon possession. The remainder received summonses. Authorities described the actions as incredibly reckless and dangerous and emphasized their increased presence around MSG to prevent such outcomes. This was not an isolated occurrence. Following Game 3, a Knicks loss on June 8-9, a city-hosted watch party in Bryant Park drew roughly 7,000 fans and similarly devolved, with fights, thrown objects, damaged property, harassment of Spurs supporters, and approximately 21 people taken into custody. Earlier incidents in the series involved additional brawls and assaults. These patterns reflect the intense pressure of finals basketball in a city starved for a title, but they also underscore broader issues of crowd dynamics, alcohol-fueled impulsivity, and the limits of preemptive security measures. Sports victories have long triggered celebratory excesses worldwide, from hockey riots in Vancouver to soccer hooliganism in Europe. In New York, the Knicks' resurgence, coupled with the symbolic weight of ending a 53-year drought, created a pressure cooker. Most fans celebrated responsibly in bars, homes, or orderly gatherings, yet a vocal minority undermined the collective achievement. City officials, including Mayor Zoran Mamdani, have stressed safety as a priority, while players from both teams have publicly condemned fan violence. In conclusion, the post-Game 4 disturbances serve as a reminder that unbridled passion, while central to sports appeal, requires responsible stewardship. As the Knicks pursue a championship, civic leaders, team officials, and fans alike must prioritize safety to ensure that historic moments are remembered for triumph on the court rather than turmoil in the streets. Sustained dialogue on crowd management, permit processes, and community norms will be essential to balance celebration with public order in future high-stakes events.
All right? So as you can see, what the professor has explained. So all that riotous living, we're in the age of rage and madness. So that's one thing, it's madness that's going around. All these people, they're mad. They're just crazy. It's just, they're demonically possessed. When you see how these people, even when they get arrested, they're resisting arrest. Just like they're touched by demons, plagued by demons. This is Mark 5:1. It's going to give you an example of a person who's demonically possessed. It says, and they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he came out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. So once you have an unclean spirit upon you, you're demonically possessed. Like these thousands of people that's out there rioting, so that means thousands of unclean spirits are all over the city. Mark 5:3, who had his dwelling amongst the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. Yeah, they couldn't bind him. Just like some of these people that's demonically possessed and they're being arrested. You need like 5 to 6 cops to hold them down. They want to be out there at night. And it says, which is dwelling among tombs, they want to dwell amongst the dead. Because that's where demons like to lie. So when you look at these people, many of them are spiritually dead. So they like to stay out there. Mark 5:4. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains that had been plucked asunder, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither any man can tame him. Like these guys, it's like they get that spirit to hurt people on them, and you can't stop them. They're over there, they're just brawling, they're having a rage. You just can't stop them. And why? Because of that pride that's in them. And let's see, what is this pride? What does it mean to have this pride? This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach 10:12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departs from God and his heart is turned away from his maker. So once their hearts start departing from the Most High, that's where the unclean spirit comes into them. For pride is the beginning of sin. So that's the beginning of the sin. Once that unclean spirit comes into you and you start to get that rage and you just want to hurt somebody. And he that hath it shall pour out abomination, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrow them utterly. So that's what's going to happen to these people that's going out there with that riotous living. The Most High is going to overthrow them. This is Sirach 13:1. He that touches pit shall be defiled therewith, and he that hath fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him. Yeah, let's look at these guys. You have people that's joining in on that riotous living, on that mad living to hurt people, going around lynching people, acting crazy, destroying the city, just throwing things, just throwing bottles. They have that demon of madness that's all over them and that demon of rage all mixed together. And they're out there just destroying, just looting, and they're corrupt. They're actually corrupt. It's all on the news channels. It's all over. They want people to understand this is a New York City rage. I mean, it's like they will even, like, they want people to, it's like even the police, the way they act, they could have been stopped this. But remember, there's a force that's holding them back also. Because this is predictive programming, and the powers of that be, they need this chaos. They need martial law. That's why you don't see that many police officers like you should. I mean, you even had parts where they would arrest you if you got beat up. Yeah, a person got beat up, and he got arrested for getting beat up.
Me and my crew are about to do a commentary about these Knicks fan riots, so play the videos.
Just look at this guy. He's standing around with a Spurs jersey on and he's happy. We know what's about to happen next.
He looks happy now, but I guarantee you that they are going to kick his candy ass. I mean, what's going through the mind of this boy?
Wow, that kid got beat up and arrested, and I bet he's not happy no more.
He didn't do anything.
That's the pleasure of the riot.
Yeah.
What kind of God? Wow, all that energy.
Yeah.
It's the pleasure. The Knicks just won the game, so of course these kids are going to celebrate and have fun. And have fun. It's the pleasure.
The Knicks may have won the game, but they did not go acting the fool. But these dumbass kids are acting crazy. What a bunch of clowns.
These kids are not criminals.
Yeah.
They're Knicks fans that got excited and they went a little overboard.
Look at these kids just having fun.
Yeah.
They can get a little wild sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the pleasure. The police are now stopping the action, and they are already looking at these kids as criminals.
Yeah.
I'm glad the police are there to beat down and arrest these criminals and put them in jail with the big dogs where they belong.
They're just a bunch of college kids having fun. What's wrong with?
What's the effect, Spencer? 10.
It's the pleasure.
Fun could turn into madness any minute. They may be college students, but they are beginning to act out of control. It's madness, I tell you. I mean, look at them.
It's not madness. It's just kids having a fun, crazy time.
Yeah.
It's the pleasure. So he's walking down the street. Now he gets the message that he's not supposed to be here.
The smartest thing for any Spurs fan to do is to go somewhere and take off that jersey and then go home.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I mean, let's read this. This is Isaiah 3:5. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base child against the honorable. Yeah. So you had these teenagers even beating up like older men, like older guys. Once they said, "Oh, he has a Spurs jersey," just beat him up. Just beat him up. Something clicked in them, like they just want to hurt him just because of something he's wearing. Now, this is predictive programming because they were doing things like this in the 80s. Something dealing with the Bloods and the Crips in California. You're wearing red in a blue area, you're getting beat up. You're wearing blue in this area, you're getting beat up. So they're doing that whole color system. It's predictive programming. So it's like you're wearing the Spurs jersey, you're getting beat up. They're letting you know this is their city. So they're looking for a Spurs jersey. So they're breaking into places, just destroying places. Why? Because they think it's inside of their power. I mean, you even have like a woman, she just gets on top of a bus and records herself. And she gets shocked while she gets arrested. She's just over there because she's demonically possessed. That's why she's on top of the bus. So that's that pride. These people are possessed. They're wickedly mind. This is Job 30:1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision." Yes, all these young people, it's these young fans out there, or these young people who want to cause chaos, whose fathers I would have disdain to set with the dogs of my flock, because, they follow whoever they want, all right? I mean, the fathers are the ones who's supposed to be teaching them, but they rather follow their fathers, the devil and Satan. It says, they were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Yeah, to act crazy like this, to act wild. And who's the majority of people that's doing it? Black Americans. Like they just want to. Why? Number one, the Black Americans are actually the true descendants of the Israelites of the Bible. And number two, since much of the buildings and the foundings of America came from slaves, and because Black America had a lot of history in America, they have to demonize them the most. See, it's not like the 90s and the late 80s where you had gang banging this and gang banging that. So Black Americans became softer lately. So they need to use predictive programming to make them crazy. So people all amongst the world to say, whoa, these some crazy people. They're going around attacking people. They're beating you up just because you have that Spurs fan. That's if you have a Spurs jersey. This is Deuteronomy 28:28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Yes, majority of these Black Americans and the people out there, they're mad, meaning crazy blindness. So we're going to go into that blindness because many of them who's doing this, they're blind. Many of them don't know what they're doing. That's why some of them be having they're smiling and things like that. They're possessed. Something's possessed. Whether it's the Y gig that's going around. Y gig is supposed to be like a moderate version of Wi-Fi that's amplified heights, or it's the radiation, or whatever they're putting there. These people are being controlled. That's why it says astonishment of heart, meaning their minds are being astonished. That's why they're attacking people. But once they hear that fear, they run. Like they had a shooting in Times Square. And they ran. Everybody ran. They ran because that's that cowardliness. That's that cowardice that's upon them.
Why you running? Why you running? Why you running? I thought y'all were tough. I mean, damn. What a bunch of punks. Look at him run.
Because that's that blindness. This is what Christ said about these blind people. It says, let them alone. They are blind leaders of the blind. There, each one follow the leader. If a blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Yeah, like you have the teenager saying, oh, you do it, then I'll follow up. That's how it is. That's that cowardliness that's upon them. They want to do that new age lynching if they see a person, a Spurs fan, or a person with a Spurs jersey. They're getting lynched. It's something Satan is possessing their mind, saying, attack this person with the Spurs jersey.
What do you mean modern day lynching? But these are kids that wanted to have some fun and got too excited.
Now you actually had a fan actually fight back, a big dude, big brother. He wasn't not letting people hurt him. He was fighting back.
He's fighting all those kids. He's a real trooper.
Yeah.
A real beast. They can't handle him.
Did you see that punk just hit him from behind and run? What a faggot. I hope the big man catches him, beat him down.
He's even fighting these punks on the streets, and he doesn't even need help from the police.
I believe the big guy's name is Wallace. I'm going to interview him to see what's going on through his mind. Welcome to the Madness Talk Show, and our special guest is the Spurs fan that fought back against the mob, Mr. Wallace.
My name is Wallace, and the Knicks fans are a bunch of pussies.
Wow, interesting.
So, Mr. Wallace, what went through your mind when they tried to jump you? Honestly, I just reacted. I wasn't about to let them take me down. And then what happened? I stood my ground.
Numbers don't matter. I stood tall and handled it.
See? That's the thing. Many of these people out there that's want to go around attacking people, they're cowards. They're doing it. They say, this is our city and everything. Yeah, you don't own the city. Come on. You do not own the city. So this is part of predictive programming. They're actually possessed. They're doing all these things to these Spurs fans and just random people. Why? Because that's that darkness. They're attacking their own people, meaning their own reflections, just because of a jersey they wear, similar to the Bloods and Crips. This is 1 John 2:11. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because the darkness hath blinded his eyes. Yes, their eyes are blinded. It's no more, this is my brother. It's, oh, that's a Spurs fan. Hurt him. hurt him. That's what it is. That's something that's possessing them to say that. This is Isaiah 44:17. And the residue thereof he maketh a god. A god is anything they worship. Like they worship this madness, this riotous living. So they're going to follow whatever's mad and whatever causes riots. All right. Even his graven image, he shall fall down upon it and worship it and pray up into it and said, deliver me, for thou art my God. Yeah. So in other words, they're seeing all the other Knicks fans out there, or all the people that's following after madness. They're saying they're always together. It's never one-on-one. They want to be delivered by each other. Verse 18, it says, they have not known or understood, for he hath shut their eyes. They cannot see, and their hearts they cannot understand. They don't understand what's going on. Like when they get arrested, many of them that get arrested and shocked. It's like, yo, what just happened? Why am I being arrested? Why? Because, and they're looking to the other Knicks fans. They're saying, yo, deliver me. Because to them, it's like the Knicks and that madness is their gods. That's their gods. Remember, a god is anything that's worshipped. Whether it's a graven image, whether it's some rock in the wilderness, whether it's a piece of wood. Anything that's worshipped is a god. Even if it's a Knicks, even if it's a Knicks jersey or a bunch of Knicks fans. If you're worshiping them and following their way, that's your god. And you want to be delivered by them, but you're not. So, because that's that blindness. Wisdom of Solomon 2:21. It says, such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. Yes, it's a wicked thing what they're doing. Going around, acting crazy, jumping, attacking cops, all these things. Why? Because they're possessed, and this is still predictive programming. The powers, the wicked rulers of the society is pushing this. They're pushing. They want this. They need martial law. So just like they was needed that whole thing in Delaney Hall in Newark, New Jersey, that Delaney Hall Center, they needed that. All that craziness, all that crazy. They wanted that. They wanted people to riot and rebel and things like that, just like in New York City. They wanted that. They wanted that stuff. This is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call upon him while he is near. So that's what we have to do. Seek the Lord, all right? Don't seek these fans. Don't seek these celebrities. Don't seek this riotous living or this madness behavior. Seek the Lord, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. He's the only one that will deliver you, all right? He's the only one. Only Jesus Christ, Yahushua HaMashiach. And with that, I say, make sure you stay safe, because a lot of people was hurt that day, literally, physically and emotionally was hurt. It was a shocking day when those fans attacked, because they were demonically possessed. So I say peace and blessings. And in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, may he watch over and bless y'all. I say peace. Shalom.